Welcome. Oh, there's somebody else. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. This is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook. Check out the schedule of classes offered daily. Visit the tip jar to make contributions. And for those watching later on YouTube, follow our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, that's the word. We can start out today sitting. If you'd rather kneel than sit, that's fine too. Just make yourself comfortable. If you want to, close your eyes. Feel into your contact with the floor. Maybe you're sitting on some blocks or a bolster or something. Whatever you're sitting or kneeling on. Maybe you have a mat, maybe you don't. Observe your breath, slowing down and getting deeper, which it does on its own as you find your comfortable stillness, as you focus on your breath. Make a scan of your body, head to toe, to just note whatever sensations are present. Especially taking note of anything that doesn't feel so good, any soreness or stiffness, so that you can keep these things in mind as we practice, knowing that you're welcome to skip or modify any part of the practice. If you wish to set a personal intention for your own practice today, you can do that now. And let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. Let your eyes open if they've been closed. Let your arms hang limply at your sides. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Shift it back and let it down. And then your right shoulder up and back and down. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Begin to move your head in slow, gentle circles. Roll your ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back. Continuing over to the other side. If you discover any tight spots, you might pause at the tight spots to rock back and forth and ease them out a little bit. When you complete the next circle, change direction. And when you finish the next circle, lift your chin, look forward, reach your arms out to the sides and rest your fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, reach to the right. Feel for length from your hip up through your fingertips. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, come into a twist with your left hand on the ground behind you, your right hand on your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, see about twisting some more. Just check on each exhale if your body wants to go further. Allow your twist to unwind. Inhaling, raise your right arm up alongside your ear. As you exhale, reach to your left. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, come into your twist. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Let yourself unwind, then come back through center. Let's go ahead and shift up onto our hands and knees. Reach back, press into the ball of your left foot. Take a couple breaths. Send your heel away from your tailbone. With the next inhale, reach your right arm out to the side, parallel to the floor. If you like, on the next inhale, pick your left foot up, reach straight back in the air so your leg is also parallel to the floor. And if you'd like to go even further, bend your knee, reach back, see about grabbing your foot or ankle, kick against your hand, lift your knee and chin. Release, lower down. Inhale, draw your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Cow pose. Exhale, draw your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. Cat pose. Take a couple more breaths with those. And then come back through table. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. On an inhale, reach your left arm to the side. If you want, on an inhale, pick your right foot up, reach straight back. And if you want, bend your knee and reach back and see about that bind. Release, lower down, and take a few cow and cat breaths. And coming back through table, step your right foot up between your hands. Step your left foot up next to it. Sway back and forth in your forward fold. Exploring movement. Letting your arms and your head be heavy and draw down towards the floor, lengthening the back of your body, lengthening your neck. Opening your shoulders. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your sides. Lift your left shoulder, slide it back, let it down. And your right shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhaling, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or take eagle arms if you like to take eagle arms. Reach your elbows and hands forward and up. Inhale, open up again. Exhaling, cross the opposite way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers overhead. Turn your palms up. Reach your palms up. Look up at your hands. Lift your heart. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Rest your fingertips on the floor. Step your left foot back. Runner's lunge. Inhale, reach forward, reach up, crescent lunge. If the crescent lunge is too much, gently let this left knee down, uncurl the left toes, do this lower lunge instead. Exhale, sink forward in your hips, lower your arms, turn your palms down. Inhale, glide back, raise your arms, turn your palms in. Exhale, sink forward. Inhale, glide up. If the right knee starts to go further forward than the right ankle, scoot your foot forward. The movement for your hips, for your leg can be as big or small as you need. From the top of the movement, twist to the left, reach your left hand back and your right hand forward. Come through center, hands by your heart. Reach your right hand back, reach your left hand forward. Come through center. Bring your hands down on either side of that right foot. Step your right foot back to your left. Downward dog, pillow your feet up and down. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Step your right foot back to runner's lunge. And if you like, let the right knee down, uncurl the toes for the lower lunge. Inhale, reach forward, reach up. Exhale, sink forward. Inhale, glide back. And from the top of that movement, twist first to the right. Come through center and twist to the left. Come through center. Bring your hands down. Step your left foot back to your right. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Step back to plank. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the floor. Press into your hands, inhale, lift your head and chest to whatever height feels okay for your lower back. Exhale, rock back and up to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. On an exhale, slowly lower all the way down again. Untuck your toes, reach your arms out to the sides, palms on the ground. Gripping the floor with your right hand, walk your left hand in towards you, pressing away from the floor, rocking onto your right hip, pressing your right shoulder, the front of your right shoulder against the floor. So this is a lot of opening for the right shoulder. Maybe that's plenty to do. You could just stay there like that. If you want to explore further, other options you might try, you could lift your left leg away from the right and let your heel drift back. If this feels okay and you want to go further, bend your knee and let the weight of your leg hang and see what happens over the next few breaths. Maybe the left foot drifts towards the floor. Maybe a little, maybe more. Maybe it touches down, maybe it doesn't. Opening the hip and twisting the lower spine. You could keep your left hand here steadying you, or reach it up towards the ceiling. Rotate your arm back and forth in the shoulder socket. Or reach the back of your hand to your back. And you can do this arm extension without moving your leg off of the other leg, or do the leg extension without moving your left hand off the floor. And let's rewind slowly. If you move your left arm, bring your left hand back over here, plant it near your chin to steady yourself. And if you moved your left leg, lift the foot, extend the leg, swing it forward, let it down to rest on top of the other leg. Take your time to walk your left hand back out. Come to rest on your belly, rest on your chin, or rest on one cheek if it's not comfortable to rest on your chin. Scan each shoulder, note whatever differences you can detect between how the right feels and how the left feels before we do all that for the left side. you're resting on one cheek, come back to your chin for a moment. Grip the floor with your left hand. Walk your right hand in. Rock up onto your left hip. Let the left side of your head rest on the floor. And you decide whether to stay there or explore. Moving your right leg and or moving your right arm. Take your time, see what's right for this side, what feels helpful. And take your time to slowly and gradually undo any extensions you might be exploring. Before nice and slowly walking your right hand back out, coming back onto your belly, resting on your cheek or on your chin for a few noticing breaths. Again, checking with each shoulder. Bring your hands in under your shoulders. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest as high as you want. Listen to your low back. Exhale, rock back and up to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And next we'll do a sequence with straddle folds. I'm going to bring my blocks into play. Most people use blocks for straddle fold. Straddle fold is this wide-legged thing we do like this. That's the fast forward preview. So many of us find it helpful to have blocks set up at the middle height or low height, about shoulder width apart. Inhale up, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Rest your hands on the blocks or on the floor if you like. Step your left foot back. Runner's lunge. And then we're going to do a pivoting move, 90 degrees to the left. Walk the blocks over there and let your feet pivot. Keep your knees soft, some degree of bend in the knees. Toes out, heels in, head hanging down. And I'm taking out more space on the mat. I'm putting more space between my feet because that's what feels nice for my body. Bend your knees as much as you want. Don't lock them up. You might keep your blocks just as they are, or tip them to the lower position, or bring your hands to the floor. If that's accessible, don't force it. See what feels right in your body. And we'll explore going deeper in the fold if you want. Maybe that's deep enough where you are now. You could walk your hands in further if it seems like a good idea. Many folks like to turn their hands around so the fingers point back and then keep walking back some more. In addition to opening the back of the body, this is a pretty deep forearm and wrist stretch. A lot of action in the shoulders. Some great release in the lower back, the hamstrings. Start to walk your hands forward. If you rotated them, you can rotate them. So fingers point forward again. And keep coming forward. Bring your left hand in below your face. Now you might just be on the floor, or you could have a block there under your hand, whatever's right for you. Lean into that hand. Inhale, reach your left arm out and up. Look up towards your left hand. Twisted, straddle fold. Exhale, bring that hand down, place that one below your face. Inhale, reach the other arm out and up, look up towards your hand. Exhale, lower down. We're going to go back to the runner's lunge we started in, and most of us use blocks for that. So you're going to pivot 90 degrees back, return to runner's lunge. To switch sides, you can either step from runner's lunge to forward fold, or step from runner's lunge to down dog. Your choice. So come to runner's lunge with your left foot forward instead of your right. And then same thing, we're gonna go the other way, pivot to the right, walk your hands over 90 degrees, let your toes go out, your heels turn in, keeping soft knees. See what's right for you and your blocks. Maybe you grab the floor, maybe you keep your blocks. Walk your hands back as far as you want. And if you want to, turn your hands around and keep going back. Slowly walk your hands forward. If you turn to them, turn them around. Keep coming forward. Bring your right hand right under your face. Lean into it. Inhale, reach your left arm out and up and look up at your hand. Exhale, lower that hand. Place that below your face, lean into it. Inhale, reach your right arm out and up. Look up towards your hand. Exhale, lower that hand. Come back to your blocks. Take your time to walk them 90 degrees to the left. Pivot your feet. Come back to your runner's lunge. If you want, you can just keep your blocks. We're going to step to downward dog. Take 3 cleansing breaths and gently lower down to child's pose. Of course, you can vary your child's pose in any way you like. I always say that, but maybe there's someone watching on YouTube who hasn't seen me before and doesn't know about this freedom of choice I emphasize throughout practice. Listen to your body. Inhale, come forward and up to table. Let's set our blocks up for a standing sequence we're going to make our way to. So stand your blocks up on the tall position, shoulder width apart near the end of your mat. Curl your toes under, press into your feet, lift your knees, press into your hands and lift your butt, downward dog. And take your time to walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do a couple balances that we do a lot, but we're just going to do a different sequence. We're going to do tree on one leg, then warrior three on the other, and then do it again. So we get tree on both sides, warrior three on both sides. If you like to be next to the wall or your desk, some steady piece of furniture, you can set up like that. Basically having your blocks up there. We're going to shift. I'll do a fast forward preview. We'll go from tree here to warrior three like this. And you can always, in warrior three, come to your blocks with one or both hands. So that's what we're going to do. That's why the blocks, they seem far away, but it's just one big step in this transition. With your hands at your heart, set your eyes on something that won't move. That will help steady your tree. Shift your weight from one leg to the other. With your feet on the floor. Your feet, if they're not already under your hips, will find their way there as you rock back and forth. Bring the weight into your right leg. Lift your left knee. Bring it out to the side. And then bring your left foot to your right leg. You might have your toes on the ground, heel on your ankle, kickstand foot. You might have the sole of your foot on your calf or on your thigh. You might keep your hands at your heart, pressing in to center line for steadiness, or you might let the branches of your tree go anywhere you like. Whoops, maybe there's a wind chime hanging up next to you and you bang your hand into it. I'm glad I didn't knock it off. Why do we have a wind chime hanging indoors? I don't know, I'm a guest here. Maybe, maybe they wanted to protect it from the weather and they keep looking pretty longer by hanging it in the den instead of on the porch. Maybe the wind is too much here, just blow it off the hook. If your hands are doing something else, bring them back by your heart. And here's our transition. Pivot your left knee forward, reach your left foot forward, and we're going to tip in slow motion, tip forward. So you plop down to your left foot, pick your right foot up and reach back like you want to step on the wall. And whenever you want, bring your hands to these blocks. And maybe we guess the space right, maybe not quite, and we move them. So whatever's right for you, maybe both hands on the blocks, maybe one, maybe neither. If you can stay steady or stay up without either hand on a block, you can play with reaching back or out to the sides or forward as you like. Let the left knee stay responsive, not locked, bouncy. Exhale, lower your right leg. Inhale, slowly stand. Shake the legs and anything else that wants a shake. And I'm going to have some water before the other side. We'll do all that again, just starting the other way. So we'll stand on the left leg for tree and on the right leg for warrior three. Step a little closer to the box based on what I discovered when I got to my warrior three there. Shift from one side to the other. And when you're ready, bring the weight to your right leg. Nope, that's wrong. Bring the weight to your left leg. Pick up your right knee. I caught myself in time. Open the gate of your hip, knee out to the side, and bring your right foot to your left leg. Whatever placement works for you. Maybe it's not the same as it was on the other side. Maybe it is. Maybe your arms do the same thing. Maybe they do something different. If your hands are elsewhere, bring them to your heart. Pivot your right knee forward. Extend your right foot forward. And do that slow motion tipping onto your right foot. Raise your left foot, reach back. Use your blocks as much or little as you want to, as you need to. Maybe you fall. You can start over anytime. Do what you like with your arms. Exhaling, lower your foot. Inhaling, stand. Shake things out. Come down and have a seat. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Allow your knees to bend as much as they want to. On each inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. On each exhale, think of lowering some more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees splay out. Reach over or under your ankles and walk your hands forward along your mat. Allow your neck to disengage. Allow your head to hang. Breathe into your back. Slowly walk your hands back. Use the strength of your arms to lift your torso upright. Keeping your feet together, bring them in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers, hold your toes between your hands, wriggle on your seat, scoot the bones closer to the ground, tilt your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinging at your hips, fold forward with a long spine. Just take your time. Let's see how far the long spine might go today. And it doesn't matter how far it is. That's the beauty of it. Wherever the long spine stops lowering, let your head lower, let your neck release, breathe into your hips. Inhale, sit yourself up. Use your arms to lift your knees towards each other. Lower down onto your back. Set up for bridge pose. If you like, place a block between your knees on the middle position. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale to lift your hips up. If you want a deeper heart opener, wriggle your shoulder blades towards each other. Clasp your hands. Reach your knuckles towards your heels. If you're clasping your hands, release them. Exhale, slowly lower down. Float up and down a few times at the pace of your own breath. Inhaling to go up and exhaling to go down. If you want, you can take additional breaths at the bottom of the movement for rest, or at the top of the movement to challenge yourself more. Next time you lift up, pause at the top of the movement. Put a block under your sacrum and come down to rest on it. In supported bridge, we just let the block do the work, allow the body to relax against the support. This can produce some very nice release in the pelvis and lower back. Press into the soles of your feet. On an inhale, lift your hips. Remove the block from under you. As you exhale, slowly lower down. Move your blocks out of the way. Draw your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. Rock and roll to massage your back against the floor. Grab your strap. Hold one end of each hand. You don't have to bang the buckle on the floor like we did. Run the strap under your feet. Keeping your head, shoulder blades, and sacrum on the floor. Reach your arms and legs up. Long legs, long strap, long arms. Point your toes at the ceiling. Take a couple breaths. Point your toes down towards your face. Take a couple breaths. Let your feet relax. Slide them apart. Take a couple breaths here. Slide them back together. Take your left foot out of the strap. Press your left calf and left heel against the floor. Keep the left foot flexed back towards you. Hold the strap in your left hand. Reach your right arm to the side. Draw your leg over to the left and turn your head to the right. We're doing the long version of this today. Didn't say that in advance. Maybe we're half done with 2 minutes. Bring everything back up to center. Take the strap in your right hand. Press your left hand down on the front of your left hip. Let your limbs fall over to the right. Keeping the left foot flexed back towards you, keeping the left side of the pelvis down, the left cheek on the floor. Nice and gently come back to center. Lift your left leg, step into the strap. Take your right foot out, press your right leg down. Reach your left arm to the side. Draw your leg over to the right and turn your head to the left. Try to keep your shoulders grounded. Bring it all back to center. Last one, take the strap in your left hand. Press your right hand down on the front of your right hip. Let your limbs fall to the left. Nice and easy, come back to center. Raise your right leg, draw your knees in, set your strap aside. Reach your feet up, reach your hands up to grab your legs for your feet. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. Whenever you feel you've inverted for long enough, you can make your way to your final resting pose. Take your time, get nice and comfortable in any posture that works for you. Maybe just return to focusing on your breath, where we started. Maybe come back to the intention you set near the beginning of practice and reflect upon that. Maybe it's nice to not focus much at all. Start finding some deeper breaths. And moving around little by little. And then your movements grow bigger and bigger. Move mindfully. Take your time. When you're ready to gently sit up. Thank you for sharing your practice today. The light within me sees and honors the same light that's within you. Namaste. Have a lovely day. See you next time.